Hello and welcome to NAS 101. My name is John Bear Mitchell. I am teaching this course. I've been teaching it for quite a few years. I've been teaching here at UMaine for almost 20 years. I've been an administrator here for about 18 years. And Bear is my middle name, in case you're wondering. John Bear Mitchell is my full name, first, middle, and last. And most people call me John Bear. So I'm comfortable with that. And it's great to meet you. I want to take this opportunity in this introduction to kind of talk a little bit about myself and a little bit about what I expect from you from the course here. So I grew up on an island called Indian Island, which is the Penobscot Nation. It's the seat of our government, of which there are probably about 600 Penobscot people living on. And we're a tribe of about 2,500 people, so most are living not on the seat of the government or on the island. I am administrator here at the University of Maine. I'm Native American Waiver and Educational Program Coordinator for the UMaine system, so basically for all 7 campuses. And I do student development coordination, which means I work with people who have undergrad degrees to try to get them into graduate programs at master's level or beyond, at least Native people who have been through our program. And I'm also a lecturer here of Wabanaki and Native Studies. And that's why we're together for this course for the next 3 weeks. And I want to talk a little bit about the course and how it's set up. So, first of all, we have a book. It's called Native American Voices, and it's a reader. A reader is different than a textbook in that it is basically another person's voice. And although in Native American Studies, where I teach this course, and you hear my voice, it is important for me to have you read other people's perspectives as well. Because not all Native Americans are the same people. We're all very different people. We have different languages, different food, different regions, different customs and traditions. But unfortunately, we've been categorized by probably the U.S. government and therefore the educational system in your experience to think that Native people are all the same. We all look the same. We all talk the same language. We all kind of do the same thing. And that's absolutely untrue. We are very, very different people. There are 574 tribes in this country. And out of that, there probably are about 23 to 26 major linguistic groups, which means major differences in indigenous people on this land. And below that, there are many sub-languages, sub-dialects of that. So there are very, very distinct groups of people who are Native American. And again, we're not all the same people. And that's going to be really evident as we go through this course, and that's going to kind of define that a little bit. Now, we primarily use Blackboard in this course, and obviously you're familiar with it enough to get to this video. But I just want to kind of go through the important tabs that we're going to be looking at, what you probably need to go to on a daily basis, minus the weekends, because I've structured this course around the weekends. So it's a 3-week course. All your work is during those 3 weeks. So let's get on to that, how the structure works. First of all, I know a lot of you are on summer vacation and it's busy. And excuse me, what I really want to kind of get across to you is that you can do the course as quick as you want, or you can do it in the 3 weeks. It's kind of set up to do that so that you're able to get that information. Although if you do it quicker than the 3 weeks, and you're just kind of buzzing through it, it's going to be really clear to me that you're hurrying it just to try to get it done earlier in your essays. Because your essays are not necessarily, for the most part, 90% of them are your personal thoughts and reflections based on lectures, PowerPoints, and readings. I don't go over the readings. I don't go over the PowerPoints with you, but instead I introduce the topic in these little videos. These videos will be with every single PowerPoint, and it'll be 10 to 15 minutes long, and they will just introduce the topic, essentially. And then it'll be your responsibility to do the reading, to watch the PowerPoints or go through the PowerPoint slides on your own. Some of them are short, 12 PowerPoint slides, and the longest one I think is 80 PowerPoint slides, but it's mostly pictures, just so you know that ahead of time. Don't be afraid of that. And that's because I think pictures can have you reflect a lot on a subject, I think, just by looking at the picture, knowing the topic it's in, looking at the picture, you're able to kind of determine a little bit what is happening there. And that's really important. That's what I really want you to do, is I want you to think about things. I want you to process things. I want you to look at historical facts. And sometimes we often don't teach safe history in Native American studies. It's a very, I think, unknown area of U.S. history. And what we do know, what was taught to us in basically K through 12th grade, is very generic, very, very safe, watered down, and it makes us look good as a country. But sometimes it's not really the historical facts in general. So I do take time to do that, to kind of have you reflect a little bit on what you know, because your reality might be a little bit shattered in this next few weeks. So be prepared for that, and you'll be good. So how we do this is in the homework tab, there is a date and an assignment. When you click on that assignment, it'll give you the instructions, and it'll give you 2 text boxes. One is for comments, the other one is for assignments. Please do not put your assignment in the comment box, because it's really bizarre on how it comes up on my end. It looks like a newspaper article column that's about 10 or 12 feet long. Really difficult to read. Doesn't really format correctly, so I can't tell where paragraphs begin and end, where thoughts kind of are concluded and new thoughts are continued on. And it doesn't allow me to make comments in your text. So make sure that you're either copy and pasting your assignments into the assignment box. Do not add an attachment either. Please do not add an attachment. Instead, copy and paste your assignment into the assignment box. That's going to be really important. I also have another tab called PowerPoints and Lectures. And again, going back to what I said earlier, there'll be a brief lecture of me introducing the topic to you. And then what will happen is you'll go ahead and watch, go through on your own the PowerPoint. You have to click through it. You have to read the slides. You have to understand them. Some of them have small videos in them. But whatever it may be, that's going to be your responsibility. We won't discuss the readings necessarily. We won't be discussing the PowerPoints necessarily. But you'll just be kind of combining all that together within your homework. And that's how I'll know you're learning. I'll know you're thinking. On the assignments as well, there are 5, 10, and 15-point assignments. I want you to pay attention to the points, because the points really, as they get higher, are really more reflective. And what I mean by that is that I want you to think more. So when you're writing these essays, when I give you a 400-word essay, that's a 400-word minimum. That means every single thing you're saying in that 400-word essay has value to it. There's no wasted sentences, wasted words. It has value in the entire essay. So that's the minimum. You can go more if you want. If you find yourself rambling more, go more. It's okay. It's okay to do a little bit more. It's okay to go back and read your assignment out loud to yourself. If it doesn't make sense, go back and make those corrections. Again, this course moves rather quickly. You don't have a lot of time to kind of reflect with yourself. I think mostly it will be reflection on paper that you'll submit on the blackboard. So don't bullet point anything. That's really one of the major things that I find come up quite a bit, especially in online courses that I teach, is that students will tend to bullet point and think that that's a sentence. Go back and read it out loud, because you'll understand that it's really not a sentence. It really doesn't tell me much other than you're introducing a topic or a bullet point. And I want more explanations. I want to see your way of thinking. I want to see your rationalization for the PowerPoints, for what you read. It's all going to come together in a cohesive way so that I can understand that you're learning. You will lose points, I guess, if it doesn't come across that way. But there's no reason for you to lose points. You really just need to kind of put yourself a little more into it, if that's the case. If you're a good writer, then that's fine. There are no tests or quizzes in this class, so it's all essays. You can see that by looking at your syllabus. It's all writing. It's all answering questions that I might give you. Some of it's kind of busy work, but it's all thinking work, and that's really what matters, because I don't want to waste any time where you're not thinking and not processing information. That's really important. So I hope you enjoy the course. I welcome you. I'm glad you're here, and we'll go on to some more of these small lectures.